Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, let's take a look again on the markets. So you could see it's in general the target that we have specified a couple of weeks ago or months ago have been completed. So market hits the major OP on a monthly chart. And actually for daily trading, high time frame trading is nothing to do yet. So we need to see the reaction, we need to see some response patterns, what behavior of the market will be around it before thinking and making the decision on whether we would like to take the long position here for a tactical bounce or not. But in general, I would say, guys, slightly ahead of the vehicle report that we prepared tomorrow, on the monthly chart, the downside action looks really fast. And this, as fast as market is moving lower, especially before the OP target, the greater chances that we will see downward continuation. And XOP on the monthly chart stands around 92. 92, it's below the parity. So this is from the technical point of view that we should keep an eye on. But this is not urgent price action. This will happen a bit later. It's more extended in time. In the short term, we will keep an eye on what will happen around the current level and what patterns might be formed around it. So actually the pattern already is formed. So if you take a look at the hourly chart, we've got the butterfly, and market even has exceeded our suggestion. So it was not just to 127, but it was to 1618. So 1618 target has been reached. Here's a few steps that you could consider. If you'd like to take the position immediately with this possible bounce, keep in mind that this level is actually the minimum target of the butterfly, 30% retracement of the whole butterfly action. It stands around the confidence resistance, 104.60, 104.65, so it's very close to the previous lows. So if you would like to make this scalp trade, you could use it as a potential destination point. If you take the position here, be aware of the XOP target. Although it is minor target, I am really has the doubts that it is, well, will be triggered maybe later if market will start downward action. But still, initially it would be better to play stop somewhere below the zero, because potentially market could show another move down, start forming some pattern. For example, it might be head and shoulders here or something of that sort. So you have to be prepared. If you do not want to wait for a pattern, you have to be prepared for any scenario. And if any pattern starts to form here, maybe butterfly, minor butterfly, market could try to complete the XOP target as well. So this have to be taken into consideration. Additionally, since we have really nice thrusting action here, hardly it will be called as the bread and butter directly, because market already shows a lot of candles to the upside. But as a momentum trade, it could work nice. So bears could consider the same level for taking the bearish position, counting on the pullback at least for 618 support of this potential upward action, because of the really thrusting action here. So some momentum exists, and once market hits the solid resistance, it probably should start working, pushing price slightly lower, maybe even down to the XOP. It's difficult to say, but at least 618 pullback as usual, as we deal with the bread and butters, could work. So that's actually really minor steps that you could keep an eye on. But in a larger scale, we need to wait and see what response market show to major support area. Well, taking a look at other currencies that we have, here's actually is moving in according to our suggestion. On the cable, you see the market is gradually moving lower, tending to the XOP target. Now actually it has no significant barriers except oversold here. So major level already has been broken. Market stands close to the XOP rather than to the broken OP. And OP shows no reaction, it's fast acceleration down. So this is really bad times for the cable. And as I said previously, I will not be surprised if we will see cable around 120 with perspective of the 6-8 months. So it's head and shoulders probably has really big chances to fail these head and shoulders patterns, just because here's too fast action for a head and shoulders. It is irrational for the bullish reversal pattern. Going further to Australian dollar, here's also we are watching for downward action to the target. It's very close to the OP, but not yet. So we need to wait a bit more. On the New Zealand dollar, this is the most ready for active trading currency, because let's take a look on the weekly chart. It already hits the major 618 support and start floating around the potential area where the reversal should start, right? Of course, we understand that New Zealand dollar can't reverse solely without other currencies, because they has a standard relation to the United States dollar. Maybe head and shoulders fails here as well as on the other market, for example, in Great British Pound. But at least, since this is weekly chart, guys, it is nevertheless the level that you could keep an eye on for tactical trading on a daily chart, possessing yourself for a possible bounce up. So just be aware of the XOP 6149, 6150. So any stop that you will place will be below this area, because here is harmony to left arm and the market stands very close. Besides, on the daily chart, you have the good thrust in any Judd Napoli patterns, any reversal patterns, Brent Butters, as also you could trade. So here's probably the key could become the gold mine for trading in the nearest couple of weeks, I suppose. It's definitely worth to keep an eye on. Finally, on the Japanese yen, we have a bit interesting situation, which is shows that market goes in opposite direction to others. And you could see that the Great British Pound, Japanese yen currency pair has worked very nice. Last time I showed you this head and shoulders pattern, and you can see what has happened. It's just with a few sessions it has been triggered. It's just because recently Japanese yen moving in a different direction. So take a look in our analysis. We said that probably should be 133 area to be completed, because this is a major destination point. At the same time, in lower time frame, take a look what's going on. Actually, we have a kind of the double ripple pattern here. Dropping is just only oversold, has supported Japanese yen. But later, I suppose, when the oversold will go lower, it might be continuation, something of that sort. So here's definitely unfortunately, guys, I just haven't checked yet the headlines why this has happened. So if you know about this, you could write in our forum. It's a message to share with others what the reasons for performance of the Japanese yen, but in general it behaves in a different way. And if you not trade the double repos and it already has been started, you could keep an eye on, for example, the hand shoulders. This also could be formed here later. But anyway, the activity in action is very interesting. If hand shoulders turns to the failure, this also will become important signals just because of existence of this target. Currently, in general, it is a bit tricky to deal with this because major target has not been completed. But anyway, this is also a very interesting situation. It's very interesting, by the way, to check for possible grabbers, whether we have the grabber on the weekly chart. Not, it's too far. So anyway, keep an eye on the performance on the daily. Any signs of any bullish signs, any failure of the double repo here tells you that market probably still intends to complete this target. So that's actually briefly what we have across the board. Let's keep watching what will happen on the euro currency. Currently, we could today probably we could focus only on some minor tactical stops the market may be formed to the session on this chart.